gorgeous people. It's another edition of Get Impeccable with Precious and Dean. It's been ages, centuries since we had our last video, and I'm really sorry for the inconveniences and the delays. But before we move to what we have today, guys, Get Impeccable has something special for you, the viewers. Now you have the opportunity to suggest content you want to see on Get Impeccable through the comment section, and from there Get Impeccable will use different criteria to put your content for you. Isn't that amazing? My dear people, throughout these weeks I've gotten in contact with different people who shared their difficult experiences handling relationships, be it marriage, friendship, acquaintances, jobs, and even in their families. And I thought to myself, what if we bring handling relationship topics on Get Impeccable so that we become advocates to help others in the world? So today we are going to be handling the topic coping with people. Know their temperaments. Now guys, what are temperaments? Temperaments are inborn influences on behavioral nature. This makes people react differently to particular instances. There are some people who are generally very friendly, others always moody, others you don't even know their mood, they're always in. This brings us to the 4 different types of temperaments. 1. Sanguines. These are extroverted set of people. They are fun loving, we call them the life of the party. They have this unique charisma and charm. They are very loud, so you have to be mindful what you tell a sanguine. You could tell a sanguine your deep secret, and the next morning you're getting everybody talking about it. Also, they easily get agitated. You could just say you're big head, and a sanguine will make a very big deal out of it, talk to you anyhow, but as they speak, their anger is quenching out. That's to tell you that they easily forgive. Moreover, sanguines are literally obsessed with the phrase, I am sorry. Before you lay down a complaint, a sanguine has already told you sorry like 50 times. They are very apologetic set of people. But they could get very unreliable because they are very shaky and they are not very good at keeping money issues. In addition to that, sanguines easily give up. They don't like stress. They don't like anything that would be inconvenient to them. So they easily give up. So they need this backup, like these people to always tell them, you can do it, just go for it, So if you're a sanguine, look for a backup, a known sanguine backup. And if you know anybody who is a sanguine, be that person's backup. Move to the second type of temperament, which is also the extroverted type, but this one, they are very authoritative. Cholerics. If you know about a choleric, that they don't like getting involved in aimless activities. They always want to be in power. They are very practical, determined, and strong-willed. Such people, if you're in a relationship with them, be ready to be submissive. Moreover, you should be careful not to hurt a choleric. These people can carry grudges, and when they want to deal with you, they'll do it emotionlessly because their emotions are really limitedly developed. These guys are the door slammers. People you always get slamming doors. There are people that will forget a wedding anniversary or your birthday because they often consider it not to be a worthy cause. So take them like that. Cholerics. The next type of temperament is the phlegmatic. Guys, a typical look of a phleg. These guys are always indifferent. You wonder if they're ever concerned. They literally don't care. And this indifferent attitude of them makes them rarely initiate tasks. But mindful, they could be great leaders. Hate much talking. You could ask them, can you help me your bag? Okay. Your shoe? Okay. Your pen? Okay. You definitely want a phleg to be your spectator because they hate much talking, right? They are also great diplomats and good peacemakers. However, they can get very stubborn and procrastinate. So you should be mindful of what you tell the phleg to do because they might not just want to do it. Moving to the melancholics. They are also introverted but are perfectionists. You call them the negative vibers because they always love analyzing. They take a lot of time to critically analyze unforeseen circumstances. People, melancholics are self-sacrificing. They can give in their whole life for a relationship. So you might think of many in a relationship with such people. However, they take a lot of time to trust. That is to say, they don't trust people easily. Take a lot of time to make friends. Also, they have self-confidence issues. They are not really self-confident. Furthermore, melancholics are very sensitive. One word could break a life-building relationship. They easily get into depression. Guys, avoid hurting these people because they take a lot of time to strategically plan a revenge. You don't want to know what they'll do to you when you hurt them. You're amazing people. After gaining so much insight on temperaments, I want you to understand that you hardly find people who are perfect of any of the temperaments, right? Now, how do we cope with people? Guys, understand yourself. One thing, understand yourself. Understand your temperament, understand your personality, and try to work on yourself because we're not perfect. And sometimes we could be the cause of problems or issues in the relationships. You can hardly ever be at peace with anybody if you're not at peace with yourself, right? Second, learn to be tolerant. Yes, guys, we are all social beings, and at some point, you might find it really difficult cohabiting with others. But you can't make yourself to be an island. Try living alone for 3 months in a big island with nobody, and you understand what it means. I know sometimes cohabiting can get really choking and difficult, but you need to understand, move on, tolerate people's attitudes. Okay? Another thing, critical thinking. Guys, you have to critically think before you jump into conclusions. You have to critically think before you respond to certain situations. Sometimes an argument wants to come up, you have to be like, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it, me fighting? So you have to critically think before you act. Additionally, analyze well before you jump into conclusions. There's some people, okay, you text your friend in the morning, you be like, I'm not really feeling fine. I've been vomiting, or I've been having a headache, body pains, body weaknesses. And maybe the friend does not respond, the person takes your message and does not even respond. The whole day you're tapping your feet, you're like, if this person does not respond to this message, then I'll know that I'll know that yes, the person has always been a pretender. And it happens that the day passed and the person never responded. And you'll be like, he's always a pretender. You just block the person contact, you just jump into conclusion that the person does not care about you. Then for you to get a call the next day that maybe the person calling with a different number, that the phone was robbed. How you feel? So you need to see, you have to actually analyze well. Or there's this usual case of maybe a woman finding lipstick on the husband's shirt. She'll be like, he's cheating on me. He's cheating on me. You don't know what happened. You don't actually know what transpired, right? Before that lipstick was found on the shirt. So avoid jumping into conclusions. Analyze critically. The keyword critical. Also find healthier ways to communicate. You know, the way you communicate with people, you want to communicate, maybe you're feeling sad or down, or you weren't happy with what somebody did to you and you want to communicate it. Don't just go to the person and say, find healthier ways to communicate. You can be like, excuse me, or during the person's happy moments, you land the topic down and you know how it flows, right? Hey, my lovely people, this brings us to the end of our session. Hoping to see you soonest in our next video. Do not forget the special updates on Get Impeccable. You can suggest content you want to see, you want to watch on Get Impeccable. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for liking. Thank you all for subscribing. Thank you all for sharing. Thank you all for commenting. A big shout out to Miss Kira for her lesson on temperaments. I remain highly grateful. This is Precious and Dean signing out. Love you all, guys. Stay blessed.